Hello guys, this is Xiong, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Roman Israel Esq. I'm going to talk about the pros, I'm going to talk about the cons, and what make and break a movie. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the pros. There's two pros. There's not a lot of pros in this movie. The pro is that Denzel Washington's acting is superb, is great. He is such a great actor that he can handle any role really that is given to him. He does a really great job. That's all I gotta say. His acting, not his acting, but his facial expression, his voice variation, his the way he walks, his demeanor, his hair, his actions, everything. He make it look real. He make it look like he was actual the character itself. So that was, believable. I buy it. Like legitimately buy it. I felt like he was actual the character. Kudos to Denzel Washington. You're the man. The second thing is that I like that the character is smart. He's anti-social, but he's different and he's honest. And this movie really give you three-dimensional of this character. It's not flat. He has flaws. He have quality, good and bad quality on him, and I like that. And that's it about the pros. Now I'm moving to the cons. There's a lot of cons, and this is what break the movie for me at least. Colin Farrell and Carmen El Gago. If I say her last name wrong, I'm sorry. I apologize beforehand. Their talents is wasted. Especially in the case of Colin Farrell, his role felt forced. Feel like it's pushed in there just to be in the script, in the movie. I feel that. But I like Carmen's her honest, sweet confession to Roman in the dinner. I thought that felt genuine. It felt real. It felt like they had actual conversation. I felt like this woman could be his wife, could be his other significant other, the one that understands him the most. And they kind of delved that toward that way for him, but they never really did. Also wasted. So Colin Farrell, his talents is wasted. They feel forced. So now let's go to the whole lawyer, the whole legal system process, or the system. We don't get to see a lot of court battles. We don't see a lot of procedures. We don't get to see a lot of motions. We don't see the debate, providing evidence. We don't see any of that. We see just character about Roman. And as much as that I appreciate that we get from Denzel Washington, he provides that. And I think that the director don't really understand that, or know, or want to put this character in those positions, because he is, after all, a lawyer. Need to put them in those different stages of the court, the court process, to get to see him how intelligent he is. We get to see a little bit, and then that's it. So it's like it's a waste of time, And then let's talk about the conversation between the judges, the prosecutors, and between prosecutor, the defender, and the judge. We get to see that, but just a little bit. So the conflict and tension developed really late in the movie, and it's all by that time I'm already given up on the movie. I was just like, I'm bored, and it's long. Got to a point where I didn't really care about the movie anymore. I care about Denzel's acting, but I don't care about the movie. I don't care about the stories. It's already too late for me. So what else? The law jargon is kind of complicated. I know it is, because laws are complicated procedures and protocols and stuff, And I wish they had found a way to make it easy for us audience to understand what the procedure is all about and what these titles or mean to us. So the story itself is unfocused. It seemed like the different scene. He's like off running. He's driving. He's on vacations, and it's like he's all over the places, and it just doesn't get the movie a focus. It doesn't make it cohesive. It doesn't make it as a whole. It felt like it's all over the places. It felt it doesn't stick together. It felt like it's just they didn't really take the time to make it weave together, make it come together, make it a strong foundation. I guess what I'm trying to say is that they didn't build the foundation for Roman Esquire. Roman Esquire he's great. They need to build the foundation for him to stand and to exhibit his character, what Denzel Washington's acting in those positions, in those places, and they didn't build the foundation for the characters. That's what happened. No growth for the character. I mean, there is a little bit of growth, but he was killed, and it was like it made the movie even worse. It's flat. It's like this whole movie is really flat, and it does go up a little bit, maybe a tick up and a tick down. It didn't really give you that roller coaster ride that you look for, the ups and downs. It felt flat, and then when Denzel Washington got shot, it just went down. It just like went downhill for me. It's just okay. This is it, Where is the character's legacy, the different scene, like I said, doesn't really connect. It feel mismatched. It feel all over the places. Not focus. And the thing that really stick to me was, so Roman, his prior case with the accomplice of the shooter told him where the shooter was, and he told this Armenian family or organization where the shooter was. And then later the shooter, that he was representing the shooter, and he left the shooters in a jail cell when they were having the conversation, and then they never revisited that. It's like he just left the case and never returned. We at the audience don't know what happened to the case. And then Roman's boss never even addresses that case, addresses the shooter's case. It's just like the director never paid attention to the small details or what's going on. It's just like they look at it and then they left. They didn't really pay attention to it. It just wasn't explained to us in the audience. It was just like, here it was, now we're moving on. So it's just like they didn't tie the knot or tie the loose end, so to speak. So it was just like, what the fuck? Where did it go? What happened, So that's what the main sticking point for me was. Like, you as a director have to make sure you address the issues and make sure you close it up. Make sure you close up the issues, or have someone talk about it, or some sort of way to make understand. So, okay, the case was closed and he sold A and B, C because of that. Now he's moving on. The character just left. Maybe he did that in real life or in a movie or in a book. It felt forced. It felt, again, unfocused in this perspective of the story. It's like he just left, and all the questions and the case will never address again. So, on that note, I want to give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's not a great movie, I tell you. It's not a great movie. I would not recommend it. The only time I would say you should watch it is at the Dollar Theater or the Red Box. Those two situation time. The only thing I gave this a 6 is because of Denzel Washington's acting was superb. It was great. If it was not for Denzel Washington's acting, I would have given this movie a 5, an average, maybe even lower. But Denzel Washington's acting was, like I said, great. He did a wonderful job, but his acting was not supported by the story, supported by the conflict, not supported by the motivation, the character growth, and the foundation for Roman Esquire to be successful movies. So the foundation was not built for our main character. Basically, he was basically standing on bits and pieces. That's what it really is. So again, guys, the score I give this movie is a 6 out of 10. I would have given it a 5, but this is for Denzel Washington, so I give it a 6 out of 10. So what did you think of this movie? Did you like it? Not like it? Did you agree with me? Did you disagree? What did you find that throw you off about this movie, or what did you learn about this movie? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And again, guys, I want to thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my movie review of Roman Israel Esquire. And please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please, guys, please browse my channel. More content on there for you guys. Take care. Bye bye.